Hey there. So as we have learned about many cool projects using ESP32, so today we are going to learn about ESP32 with the touch sensor. So basically what we are doing is we are integrating this touch sensor with ESP32's internal LED. So let us see how it is working. So whenever I'm touching this module here, that is touch sensor, we can see that the internal LED of the ESP32 is turning on, and when I remove my hand or anything which is touching this touch sensor, this internal LED is turning off. So that is what we are making today. So the connections are very simple. So I have connected the D0 pin, that is I0 pin of the touch sensor to the pin number 4 of the ESP32, as we can see here, that is pin number 4, that is D4 of the ESP. And the rest is I have connected with 3.3 volts because touch sensor can work on 3 volts too. So this is what the connections are which we have done. So now the this module we have also done with Arduino, but doing with ESP is bit advanced compared to the Arduino. So now as we have seen the connections, let us see the circuit diagram and code for this module. So let us see the circuit diagram and code. Diagram. Now we have the code for a touch sensor using internal LED, that is integrating the touch sensor with the ESP32's internal LED. So this code is going to be very easy because we have only a simple code here. So we are defining the pins, that is touch pin which is on pin number 4, and LED pin, that is internal LED, is by default connected to the pin number 2 of the ESP32. Now the touch pin is input and LED pin is the output. That is the mode of our pin, that is the pin mode. So now in Arduino we were using 9600 bounds, but here we are increasing the bound rate because we are using ESP32, and ESP32 might change the directions, and it is advanced compared to Arduino. So that is why we got to use the that is why we should increase the bound rate to 1,15,200, that is 115200. So the touch state will be digitally written from the ESP. So here we cannot use analog pins because this, as you know, can read only the digital values of the sensor. So and if touch state is high, LED pin is high. So that means if there is a touch, then LED pin should also turn on, and if there is no touch, then LED should be off. That is what we are defining here. So similar to Arduino, we have a serial print here, that is serial print. When there is a touch, it should be like touched, and when there is no touch, that is LED pin or the touch pin is low, then no touch is detected or no touched. So that is what we are defining here. And delay is very small. It is just 200 millisecond. Why 200 millisecond? Is because for every microsecond we will be, reading the values like if there is touch or no. So now what I'll do is I'll select the board and communication port of our module, and I'll just upload the code. So while uploading the code, we should wait for some time for it to upload. Yeah, so as we have seen that there is no error in our code, and it is starting to upload. And sometimes what happens is our ESP will be, not take the code after this part, that is connecting. And that time what we got to do is we have to just hold the boot button of the ESP32 for 8 to 10 seconds while uploading. And now we will see this message that is writing at 0 into some bits, and it is starting from 0% and it will be ending till 100%. If we see this 100% message, that means our code is successfully uploaded. So I'll clear the output and we will open the serial monitor, and as we have seen that there is no touch, and when I'm touching, the message is changing. And the serial monitor here will, keep this 9600 bound as default. But when we put this as default, we may get this kind of outputs that is wrong. Why? Because there is no communication between ESP32 and the sensor values. So even if we, keep the bound rate more, then we might not get the output. So we have to keep the bound rate as we have defined here, that is 1 lakh and 15,200. So we will go to this rates and we will select 1 lakh 15,000 pounds. And now after selecting it, we can see that our output is rectified. So this is a very important part of this module. So now we have learned integrate the touch sensor with the ESP32 with internal LED of it. So that's it for now. See you in the next video, Robot Builders. Diagram.